Yo, what's up, guys? This is Kita with Psychopath Exposure. And this afternoon, we're coming at you with a very familiar situation that happens to almost everybody that gets out of a toxic relationship. I'm going to be talking about when you happen to start attracting individuals in your life that borderline narcissistic, psychopathic traits similar to your ex. And we're going to be trying to decipher whether that's hypervigilance after a psychopath narcissist discard, or if it's actually your gut instinct and intuition that's starting to kick in from all you went through, from all you experienced, and hopefully from everything you learned from this toxic, traumatic situation where we found ourselves dating the devil. So I want to dive deep here into a time after my relationship with my toxic, psychopathic ex-girlfriend ended, and how I started seeing, more often than not, narcissistic traits in other people around me, whether it was at work, new colleagues that I attracted into my life, and sometimes family members, close friends that I knew for a long time. I remember this one situation in particular, and I wanted to share with you guys, and hopefully it resonates with some of you out there. There was this girl that I started liking. Actually, I had liked for quite some time before I got into the toxic relationship with my psychopath ex-girlfriend. But after that relationship ended, I found myself hanging around once again with my old social circle. And this girl happened to be a part of that one. Now, as I spent more time with this girl, I started to see a lot of narcissistic traits in her. Not to the extent of a full-blown psychopath, but I noticed very opportunistic strategies in the way she would operate, and how she started getting closer to me, but with an agenda that in the past I mistook for attraction. I remember this one time I had just thrown a party at my place, and while at the party, people around me thought that her and I were maybe dating, or maybe something was going on. They kept telling me, hey, I think this girl is into you, just by the way she was acting around me, the way she would touch me, the attention she was giving me. But as the night progressed and we all went out, she started coming on to a friend of mine who was about 5 years younger than her. She just blatantly started coming on to him and would look at me to see how I would react to the things that she was doing to him. So much that my friend came up to me and was like, hey, I'm sure you've noticed this is going on. I think she likes me. How do you feel about this? And I told him, dude, if she's into you, she's into you. Go for it. By the end of the night, they were holding hands. And when we came back to my place, she was suggesting that my friend and I kissed or something crazy like that, to which we were like, dude, are you crazy? Like, get the hell out of here. We're not going to do that. But she really wanted to see how far she could take her influence, since she knew we were both into her. And it's very common for a narcissist to try to break your boundaries and break your integrity, and just try to break all sense of personal boundaries and degrade you. Now, it's very common for a narcissist to wield her powers once they know that there are other people in the room that are attracted to them. They want to see how far these people will go to try and win them over. This is narcissistic supply all over the place. This is them getting a high and getting a rush out of watching people chase them and break all sorts of personal boundaries and just do what they want you to do, almost as if they're orchestrating this circus and you're their little creature of entertainment. It's an interesting story because she ended up hooking up with my friend and terminating that little hookup really fast and really abruptly, as expected. So this little narcissist tried to take advantage of my kindness as well. And she asked me to watch over her cat while she was on vacation. It was going to be for 2 weeks. And she dropped off her cat at my place, and her cat was supposedly potty trained and was a good cat. I had a great time with her. But 2 days in, and the cat ended up urinating on my really expensive mattress. And I needed to call a specialist to take that urine out. And she said she was going to cover the tab. She was going to cover the bill. She was so embarrassed that when I presented her with the bill, she went crazy, threw a tantrum, and went ahead and accused me of extortion. She accused me of trying to extort money from her and created all sorts of smear campaigns against me, even though I clearly had the evidence not only on text, but I had a friend of mine who was here. When she came to pick up the cat, she saw the stains on the bed, and she offered to cover 100% of the expense, and even gave me the okay to go ahead and hire the specialist. So she knew in advance how much it was going to be, what she was getting herself into, and once I sent her the bill, I actually sent her a copy of the invoice, she pulled a textbook narcissistic move. Now, I was so hyper-vigilant after the narcissist discarded my life that I looked at this as a test and an opportunity of my growth and strength. Was I going to bow down and put up with this unacceptable behavior, this behavior of manipulation and total textbook narcissistic strategy to get away with whatever she promised and now didn't feel she could fulfill that promise, to went ahead and character assassinate me, to triangulate my friend and I with her in the middle calling the shots, and to leave me feeling like if I did something wrong. No, bitch. Wrong. You fucked with the wrong dude. I called her out so fast, in detail, of what she was doing, what she had done, and how I had seen right through her BS. And after I said what I needed to say, I blocked her, never spoke to her again. I had to obviously pay the bill myself. What can we do? But that served me as a sense of empowerment. It served me in that my brain was able to see that I stood up for myself against another narcissist that tried to take advantage of me. Because up until that point, all I knew was that a psychopath, narcissist, had power over my emotions, over my actions, and was able to skew my reality and crush my boundaries and take advantage of my energy, of my kindness, and extract me of supply. But at that point, things changed. That was the first narcissist that I encountered after my toxic relationship came to an end. And right away, I put to use what I had learned, reached into my new toolbox, took out the sword, right? And I figuratively chopped the head of that snake right away. Not going to happen here. And this is going to happen more and more as you continue healing and you continue learning about narcissism and narcissist personality disorder. And as you start growing into your own and you start becoming the person you once were and even better than you once were, life is going to test you by sending out more narcissist minions to see if you've learned your lesson. And that's good. That's how you build up your strength. It's a blessing that this happened. This is how you're going to grow into your own now. And in a way, this is how you get revenge on a psychopath narcissist, by taking out all their minions. The little smaller versions of themselves that are not full-blown psychopaths yet, but they're on their way. This girl may not have gotten romantically involved with me, but it's clear her narcissistic personality was showing its face. Her mask was shattered. I never heard from or saw this girl again. That's what happens when you expose a narcissist. That's what happens when you take away the control they thought they had over you. And that's how you continue to grow, heal, and recover from narcissistic trauma. When situations arise with similar traits, when situations arise that are reminiscent to some of the trauma you experienced before, when you see the traps that the narcissist is laying out for you, and you're able to step around them and acknowledge that they're there, diffuse them, and get away before they blow up in your face, that's when you know you're on your way to a better life. Thanks for spending some time with me today. My name is Kira. If this is the first time in the channel, this is a no-nonsense anti-narcissist army that we're building. Please go ahead and share some of your experiences in the comments below. Tell me about some other narcissists that you've met after the discard and how you were able to handle that. Because I guarantee if you're still falling for the trap, then you still haven't healed, and you're leaving yourself open for the trauma to continue to expand and dominate your life. If you have any questions, send them my way. You can personally email me at info@psychopathexposure.com. Remember to subscribe to the channel and drop a like on the video if you got some value out of this. Hope you guys having a great day. We'll talk soon.